Submarine friends. Well, you can see I have the two fittings welded into the fuel tank here. The large one is for filling, the smaller one is for venting. And again, it comes out here, does a 90, heads up over to the top, and then exits out here for filling. Same with the vent. The vent will tie in on the inside though. So I've decided I'm not going to use a sending unit from the top. I'm going to use a clear tube on the back side here. In between the variable ballast tank and this tank, I have a 2.5 inch wide space. So that eluded me before, and I actually didn't notice it until I was sitting in here. But anyways, I got lots of room there. Plus I can incorporate the suction and return lines into that system. And those lines will just run to the back along the wall here, flush with the top of the tanks. Now, I was a little bit concerned about the weight changes, but after thinking about it some more, the most I'm going to use, I think, is about 3 gallons on a normal trip, like going to the dive spot. That's 3 hours of traveling. So that's only 30 pounds of because I work in imperial gallons, that's roughly 30 pounds of fuel. So that's not a big deal. And originally, when I was designing the variable ballast tank, I designed it to incorporate the weight loss from this. So this is a really large ballast tank for this size of sub, the variable tank. It has 350 pounds of variable weight, so that's a lot for a sub this size. So I already originally incorporated this into that design. My friend Alan in New Zealand, he had a great idea though, and he usually does. He's pretty clever with this stuff. He suggested putting a water bladder inside the fuel tank, which that's a pretty good idea. So if it ever becomes an issue, that wouldn't be a hard change to make. I could just lob a hole in the top, insert a bladder. I may actually think about doing that ahead of time because I really like that idea. I don't know if I need it, but it's a good idea. I would have to weld it up because I hate having any kind of a bolt-on lid afterward. Just because it's a submarine, I really don't want to have a leak in here. Not because it's dangerous, it's just it would stink to high heavens and you're stuck in here. So I like that idea. I'm going to explore that some more. So, yeah, I couldn't imagine building this submarine with the hull entirely complete. Without this opening here, oh, this would just be it would be a bugger. You could do it because all this stuff fits through the hatch, but man, that would be a lot of climbing in and out. I've done it over the years, which is probably what's kept me somewhat slim. But yeah, I like this. Anyways, I won't be able to work on this much more because it's firewood season. I gotta get firewood for the winter. Well, I buy it, but I have to put it all away. And I gotta go back to work next week for about a month. So we won't be doing much on the sub, but I'll be thinking about it. Anyways, ciao.